And joining us now is Adina, Moshe's nephew, Eyal Nouri. Welcome, sir. Just right out of the gate, how is your aunt doing?
She's recovering after being in captivity for 7 weeks. Her body is still weak, but her mind is so strong. And she was happily released yesterday from the hospital. And she's happy to be among her family again, especially after seeing her son, Moshe. It was very emotional meeting because she didn't know what happened with him. He was living few houses next to her, and he survived the massacre together with his wife and 5 children. And all the time she was in captivity, she didn't know what happened with him. So once she saw him, this was like a beam of light in the whole darkness around.
I understand that she served, by probably what she told you, she helped take care of some younger hostages that were around her. She was trying to be very nurturing and maternal with them. What all has she told you about her experience?
My aunt was a teacher in kindergarten, so she raised a lot of generation of kids in the kibbutz. During the captivity, she was kept 5 floors below the ground together with other people, children, and she was the guiding star, supporting them, help them to survive this nightmare. They were in the dark. Most of the day there was complete darkness. They were allowed only 2 hours of light per day, no showers, basic food, only rice, beans from a can, and some pita bread. And in this horrible condition, she managed to support all the kids and families around her.
So she was definitely kept in a tunnel by that description. True?
True. She kept in the tunnel. It's not only she kept in the tunnel. When she was taken home, where the blaster window and pulled her up with bare feet to Gaza on a motorcycle with the terrorists, they pulled her in the tunnel, and she had to walk miles and miles through muddy ground in the tunnels with high humidity and almost impossible to breathe. And this is where they took her for like a room with other hostages 5 floors beneath the earth. So they didn't know when is day, when is night. These were the conditions they survived for 7 weeks.
As a mother myself, I can only imagine the joy she felt at seeing her son, since she didn't know what had happened to him, but she saw the brutal murder of her husband. How is she coping with that? I understand they were married more than 50 years.
They were lovely couples. They were married for 52 years with 4 children and 12 grandchildren. And they lived in the desert of Israel. He was a farmer, my uncle. He was supporting Hapoel Tel Aviv, which is a football team. And you know, the football team, when they heard about she's released, they sent me a message that she's invited as a guest of honor to all the games, just say whenever she can come. And he loved seeing football, and she loves to sit together with him. And they love their house. And right now she has no house to return to. Everything was completely burned. She knew her husband was dying because she saw him wounded. She tried to stop the bleeding for several minutes before she was taken away. And she told us that the thing that gave her strength, she didn't care anymore, because without him, they say you can do whatever you want with me. I don't care anymore, because if I lost my husband, I don't care anymore. And this is what gave her strength to support all the others.
What is it that you want to say to her, that as you spend time with her? You must be so proud of her courage and her strength. You've talked about that, certainly.
Yes, I'm very proud of her. I didn't meet her yet. I want to hug her. The only thing I want to do is to hug her for a long, long, long time. She deserves it. She's right now recovering. It was, take time to recover from such a nightmare. So in the first days, she was in the hospital. Now she's among the community that remains, especially her daughters. And later on, she'll be ready to accept the hugs from all the other family, because we are a very big family. supporting, and right now we are giving her some space to take the time to understand what happened, because all the other news were kept away from her. So she doesn't know about the massacre in the party, the Nova Festival. She starting asking questions about the relative, and from the kibbutz, over 120 people got killed or kidnapped. So she keeps asking questions, and the answer coming slowly. We got the news for 50 days. She getting it immediately. So she also getting a lot of support, understanding what happened in the country.
Well, I think you will go gently as you explain all that has happened, except for that hug that you want to give her. I think that will be a fiercely strong one.
Eyal
Nori, thank you so much for your time.